Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Legacy of Leaders here on Daily Ad Brief. I'm your host, Wayne Veldsman. On Legacy of Leaders, we interview entrepreneurs and change-making business professionals all about what it truly means to lead. I'm excited today to introduce you to our guest, Mr. Flynn Zaiger of Online Optimism. Flynn, thank you for taking the time to be with us.
Hi, Wayne. Excited to be with you today.
Yeah, thanks, man. So we were talking a little bit, and you've been running your company since 2012. Absolutely amazing. Tell us a little bit about what you guys are up to. What are the main services you're helping people with these days?
Yeah, so Online Optimism has been around for a decade, and while the internet has certainly changed in those 10 years, what we help businesses with on an overall aspect has not really. We help them sell their services and products and better present themselves online. In 2022, social media is now still, we still have Facebook. We, of course, have Instagram. There's a lot more TikTok. Twitter is still around, and we still sometimes work on the other networks like Pinterest and Reddit. Across that, there's always the focus on content, which has been around pretty much since the 90s. A lot more video and multimedia than there used to be. And on the search front, SEO, Google Ads are still king. And so that's what it looks like nowadays, is helping organizations and businesses across whatever platforms are most popular and getting them in front of their right customers at the right time.
You know, I love that how you say whatever is most popular and getting them right in front of their customers at the right place at the right time. So I feel there's a lot of agencies these days that pinhole themselves in one place. They're almost not open to expanding. So do you find yourself constantly learning, testing, trying new things to see what's best for your clients?
Yeah, I think a healthy dose of fear is great for any CEO, especially in advertising. We see this all the time. Our clients will talk to us about what happens if this network gets broken up, or Facebook is a good example. What if people just don't use the platform as much anymore? And the answer is that's fine. They're not going to leave the internet. They're just going to go on to other networks, and all of those networks need to make money somehow. And it's typically through digital marketing and advertising. It doesn't mean that a lot of our team has to focus on what trends are upcoming and always trying to be ahead of where the general population is going so that we can advise our clients on how to do that. And also being focused on what trends are in the advertising space. So dealing with attribution issues from iOS 14 and accepting just that, the strategies are going to keep changing, but we help our clients and ourselves stay ahead of that.
Very nice. So, in the leadership space, I'm always talking to people about how do you make tough decisions, if they're big or small. Along sort of the same lines, how do you make decisions on when you should pivot to test other mediums or, push a client a different direction?
Yeah, a lot of ways it's about making sure that these strategies work on ourselves. So at Online Optimism, we never we never run a campaign on a new platform without having previously run it for Online Optimism. Sometimes those ad campaigns become weird. We don't really have a need for Pinterest at Online Optimism, so we'll sometimes just run a couple campaigns on fun merch that we produce. But essentially, it's all about making sure that we are experts in the platforms that we can prove it for our clients. I think the measure we use is really just checking to see if their audience growth is there and if an ad platform is comprehensive enough for us to take advantage of.
I like it. Wow, testing on yourself, absolutely amazing, right? Especially even if it's leadership principles, test them internally first. And so, if there was somebody out there listening today who wanted to get better at leadership, what's one bullet point of advice you might be able to give them?
I just keep an eye open on what's happening out there. Never stop reading and learning, especially from your team. They're always going to be the most useful source of information to you.
Nice. Never stop reading, never stop learning, and including your team. Well, Flynn, I want to thank you so much for being with us on Legacy of Leaders today, man. I really appreciate it.
Of course, I appreciate the time. Hope you have a great day, Wayne.
Yeah, thanks. Same to you. And to everybody else out there, hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining us today. If you want to learn a little bit more about Flynn and Online Optimism, visit us over at dailyadbrief.com. Until next time, I'm your host, Wayne Veldsman. You've been listening to Legacy of Leaders.